Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. We're going to talk about something tonight. I'm not really sure. Sometimes we do this on the fly. We're over here cooking our dinner. We got two masterpieces going over there on the stove.
So excited.
But Karen's got something she wants to share, so I'm just going to feather in. Half the time we just start firing stuff off, but that's what makes it fun.
Right, and I apologize because I'm going to read a little of it because I did take some notes.
Okay.
But the main point is, did someone else's negative thoughts become yours?
Wow, I hope not. That can happen.
Right?
It certainly can happen.
So what prompted this for me was Jeffrey and I were watching a documentary on Zig Ziglar. If you're not familiar with him, check him out. He's passed away, but he's left some amazing books and ideas behind. Anyway, in this documentary, several of the people were explaining how they went from a total point of nothing to complete acceleration in their life. And one of the big revelations for them was something someone told them stuck with them, and it inhibited them, it paralyzed them from success.
Well, and they were crediting Zig for his programs to kind of break them out of this pattern, which a lot of people kind of get stuck in that pattern, I think, for their whole life. But you're right, the show is great. Look his stuff up if you don't know who he is, Zig Ziglar, stuff on YouTube, I'm sure. But I used to listen to the cassette tapes in the car when I was a young kid in sales. Yeah, cassette tapes. The one thing, he had all these great sayings, but one was, "I'm so positive, I go after Moby Dick in a rowboat and take along the tartar sauce."
Right.
He was great. But anyway, but you're right,
Awesome.
these people who are very successful now, we're talking about something someone said to them to hold them back, and then Zig got him out. Self-esteem was like his first thing and one of the layers that he trained on, right?
Absolutely. And that's what I think all of us are trying to do. The people that were in this documentary said they had read other books and met other people, but it wasn't until they read Zig's book that they were able to get it, have that aha moment. And that's sort of where we are as well. And with the book that we're writing, Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love, all of these messages are really similar.
Right.
It's all a matter of the delivery and somebody reading something that assimilates with them, so much so that they've carried the burden of someone else's words that they've taken as their own for all those years, and then they have one aha moment and release it back to the universe, back to that person who said it. So I have my own story that I shared with Jeffrey before, but I haven't really shared it with too many people. When I was in camp, I think it was maybe 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I went to an awesome camp, Blue Mountain Camp in the Poconos, and we did a lot of sports. And one of the things that we did was tennis, and I absolutely loved it. I thought tennis was going to be my game. And one of the counselors told me, you're never going to be good at tennis. You just don't have good hand-eye coordination. And that stuck with me because I was just 12, maybe 11, and he was a great tennis player, or what I thought was a great tennis player. He wasn't going to Wimbledon, but he was a good tennis player, and he was a teacher of tennis, and he was older. So I looked at him as more of an authority.
Right, of course.
And I just remember that, and I stopped playing tennis pretty much right after that. And I didn't touch a racket again until I think after college. And the minute I touched it again, I remembered how much I loved to play the game. And I actually played on a league, and you and I played in a doubles league.
Yeah, it was
and we played a lot of tennis, and we had so much fun.
We have to start that again. You just reminded me, we haven't played in a while.
We haven't played in a long, long time. But when I took it back up, I had to release that tennis teacher's words from myself. And I think a lot of us do that. And in that Zig movie, there were some people that were saying, one guy said he had a teacher that said, that he was never going to amount to anything and he would end up in jail.
Terrible.
And that was really the thought that, you know, he went along with. And, you know, there was a slew of people that somebody in their life along the way, you know, one person had a step parent, and he referred to her as the evil stepmother, because she was very abusive to him and said things to him that made him feel very worthless. And he carried that with him until he had the revelation. And then what happens is, when you can let those negative words go, they go back to the universe. And you know where they go? They go right back to the person who gave them to you, because those words belonged to them, never to you. And sometimes we just don't have the knowledge. You know, I mean, I was just a kid when someone said it to me, and most of the time these things happen when you're younger and impressionable.
Well, what's amazing to me, you're young and impressionable, so all you guys that are teachers out there, or parents, or leaders of a business, be careful what you say to people, because you can really make an impact, especially on kids. I'm always amazed when I see an older man or woman talking about something that was said to them when they were a kid, and it's still bothering them today. I mean, isn't that wild? Like, someone's 50 years old and they're still talking about something a kindergarten teacher said to them. I mean, that's really powerful when you think about that, right?
So powerful. And, you know, it happened to me.
Like in a bad way, right?
Oh, powerful, yes, in a tragic way, really. Right. So, you know, the reason that we're talking about it is sometimes people don't even realize that this is the reason they've shied away from doing something, or this is the reason that they haven't been able to hit self-esteem, you know, at an exponential level. Because as we've talked about in our book, self-esteem, self-worth, self-love, that is the foundation for everything that you're going to accomplish in your life. Everything you're going to manifest, everything that you know, you are really feeling strongly about, but maybe have shied away from because somebody told you that you couldn't do that, or somebody told you that you weren't worthy of that, or that you didn't deserve that. If you have any of those feelings, let them go. Send them right back out to the universe, because you know what? Anything and everything is possible.
Yeah, and just focus on all the good and focus on all your opportunities. I mean, going back to that Zig Ziglar book you were talking about, you know, it was self-esteem. I think it was then you build your relationship and your goals, but self-esteem is always that foundation. So what you think about yourself, but you can change that in a moment's notice. That's what's great about it. It might not be easy at first, but it is just a change of mindset. That's all it is.
Absolutely. And in the movie, all of these people said, you know, they carried it with them for years. Crazy. I mean, some of them decades, but yet as soon as they realized it and realized that those weren't their words, they were able to let go of it in a split second.
Right.
So I think it's just a really important topic to think about, because self-worth, self-esteem, that self-love is so important. And our goal is to help every single person know that they are worthy and that they deserve everything, and that their self-esteem needs to be nurtured. And you know, if you aren't able to get to that level, reach out to us, because truly we want to help you find out, you know, why you're not able to do that, because it is the foundation for everything else that's going to happen in your life. And it's important for you to know that you deserve that. You're worthy.
Absolutely right. I think it's a great message. I think we have to get back to the kitchen because I hear something boiling.
I do too. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the nest at Copper Mountain.
Thanks, guys. Go ahead and click off and subscribe up here. We'd appreciate it.